and English also. Uh, so that's why we created our own space, as Comrade Savdasan said. Uh, the library movement, it started from the independence activists also. Like that, we are creating our own space for participating all the spaces. So including the publishers, including the writings, including uh, the storytellers. We have poets, we have writers, we have great authors, we have novelists. So all this all the kind, when we going to publish, are all the writings we are giving to the cis people only, because they are the holding that publishing sectors. So that's why we start. Why don't we start our own publishing house? Why don't we created our own space, without judging anything? So our authors have all the rights to say openly, you know, not any kind of restrictions. So here, most of the time, the people are wants to hear our stories, like sympathetical stories. They don't want to they don't want to know about our rights. So not only, don't hear our sympathetical stories, just open your ear, think broadly. We need our rights. We need a rights to live in this world and this earth, in this universe. It's for everybody, not only you. So uh, we are also human in this world. So we have the uh, we have the rights to live with you. So so that's why we are like, every space we are fighting. So our fight is not going to be end till our till when we get the liberations. So thank you so much. Jai Bhim, Jai Ramabai, Jai Fatima, Jai Savitri.
Uh, Thank you so much, Chris. We have about 10 minutes for a Q&A before we break for tea. If our guests, yes, if our guests, and please, anybody who has questions, raise, yes. And I'll also request everyone to make sure it's a question, or if it's a comment, to keep it brief and very, very polite. उनको दे दीजिए.
This is to Dr. Shiva Sadasan. Sir, I am a civil servant, by the way. It's very interesting and it's really fascinating to know about the People's Library movement. I just wanted to know, can we make our public libraries multifunctional, in the sense that, like this happened in few countries in Africa, that you also, in a place where suppose you have agriculture, so you can also give agricultural equipments to the people who are there, and this can be used and returned back. Can we make public library multifunctional, keeping in view the nature of the location, the economy? Thank you.
Can I, can I, can I give a reply now?
Yes.
Okay. So I am very happy to hear this question from a person, because Dil Mein Library, I noted this earlier. I mentioned the name of the library. There, we have purchased agricultural instruments, not only the books, agricultural instruments like this cutter for this grass cutter, and like the instruments. So our idea is the Adivasi and Dalit, the backward people, the downtrodden of the society, they are unable to buy these this kind of expensive machineries, like this grass cutting machine that means around 10,000 rupees, and some of the items we have spent 1 lakh rupee at the first phase. So we have brought these things. The agreement is that those who have taken these things from the library, they should return back carefully without any, like book. So I think the good support we have received through this movement from the people. Basically, the paddy cultivation is the part of the culture of Kerala society, the part of the social life. And the public activities, every year, before the monsoon, the cleaning work of school and the public spaces also, the common people will conduct. Anganwadis. For the cleaning works, they need lot of instruments, like different type of pickas and arms, like lot of things they need. These entire things provided by the library. So the positive thing is that the common people, those who are sometimes they did not attend a single class in the school, but they will reach the library not for the book, for this their instrument. But if they reach, then automatically they will meet some of them in the library. Then they will discuss some of the issues. Sometime they will reach with their children. So the children will see their children's book. Then automatically they will take it and they will use the book. This is the idea. So I think, thank you for your question.
We can take 2 more questions. We're running a little bit late, but the good news is that we can carry on the conversation outside, and then there's another Q&A at the end. Himanshu,
My name is Akash. I am a labor rights activist affiliated to the All India Central Council of Trade Unions. We'd like to extend our complete solidarity to this initiative, and my question is to Emily. You know, in Delhi, which is a very highly segregated city space, socially and spatially, and there is a very intense fight for space for everything, starting from workplace rights to housing and basic amenities. We increasingly feel that something like a wider network of libraries can help us build a movement for a right to the city. Are there examples from America which you can provide, which can try and help us do this? Thank you.
Is this on? Thank you for your question. I think New York City is similar to Delhi, where the public space is very, very limited. I think what I like about citing the fight for the city in the library is that everyone loves the library. In some ways, it's not a political space, even though I think it is a useful political tool. Visiting with Rituparna in Assam, in Dibrugarh, a couple of days ago, we were talking about the value of the library and how much it feels bright and fun and a space that you want to go to. And Rituparna said, the library can melt anyone, right? And I think that's really true. And so we're not going to win with only people who agree with us ideologically, right? This is one of the great lessons from the labor movement, that we organize with everybody, not just people who think the same as us. And I think the library as a site for that is a really positive thing. I can't say that the fight for libraries has been framed in that way in the majority of the United States. It continues to be sort of limited to a fairly narrow vision of what the library can be. But I think that matters not that much, right? That as long as we fight to expand the library, even with people who might hate me personally, right? That when they can love the library. But although I take Grace's point that in the U.S. too, the library is not welcoming to everyone. There's a long, extended history of segregation of American public libraries, of limits to who can come in and who has a right to that space. So at the same time that we're fighting to expand the footprint of libraries, right? Every inch that's a library is every inch of the city that's a library is an inch of the city that's not a jail, that's not a prison, that's not a private corporation. But as we do that, we have to ensure that the library space is open and equitable to everyone. I don't know if you have thoughts to add.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yes. So, obviously in India also doesn't have a space for all the people. So, in like US, the black people, it's super difficult to access all the spaces. So like in India, in the name of caste, the caste-based oppressed people, we are facing super difficult to access all kind of spaces. Yeah.
Hi, if I could pose the question to maybe all of you. I represent a group of individuals who 18 months ago in Mumbai started creches for children in prisons for incarcerated women. It was a social initiative which has now been recognized by the Maharashtra police, and we've got a blanket permission for all of Maharashtra. We're on our way to open our 6th creche in Maharashtra now, and we are looking to open 24 more. Unfortunately, the state library program, and so maybe this is something that I can take help for Maharashtra, has the provision of 15 books a month. But up until now, nobody has seen even one book, right? We have children who are, unfortunately, for no fault of theirs, having to stay inside the prison with their mums. And so we came up with this program where now, of course, we've extended it to parent pods, and we've extended it to parent and, constables, mums who want to get their children to be a part of it. So for the first time, we have children who are living inside jail, and we have constables' children who are sitting in the same space and studying, and we are, for the first time, devising a curriculum that's actually for children who live inside prison. I won't take up too much of a time. And yes. Because there are lots of people. Yes, so my question is, do you have this in the States, or so do you have that in Kerala, where you've extended this to prisons, if at all, or ma'am, even to you, and has it worked, or if it's not, how can we actually go about this? Sorry to put
Libraries are about the practice of freedom, right? Reading